Hopefully a good race here tonight, and we've got good British contingent here. Chris Cowell of Wales going. This man here, you saw the great John Walker in that little clip. If you're watching, in 1982, Nick Willis has taken his 1500-metre record, has a chance of a medal here. Nick Willis, former Commonwealth champion in 2006. That was one of the Robertsons, his team, who won a medal in the 5,000 metres in the crowd. That was a good spot. Johan Cronje of South Africa. He's been collecting South African records as well. This is the other New Zealander, Julian Matthews. In 1974, the great Phil Badbai front-ran the 1500 final and broke the world record. This man's from the same country, not quite as good as Phil Badbai though, that's Bynit. James Magut won the silver last time behind his teammate Silas Kiplagat, who with Asbel Kiprop has not been selected by the Kenyans, but they do have Magut and one other very, very good athlete, which is Ronald Kwemoy. On the inside, that's Ronald Musagala of Uganda. So Chris O'Hare of Scotland, Charlie Grice of England, two of our great young talents at this 1500-metre distance, competing the Commonwealth final. On the outside, the big threat of Kenya, the 18-year-old Ronald Kwemoy. Watch out for him. And he has been taking the world by storm just recently. A massive improvement coming out of nowhere, really. And with Magut, they're the two favourites, but like Joe Pavey, I guess like Laura Waitman in the women's 1500, like Lindsay Sharp in the 800 metres yesterday, don't be frightened, don't be scared. There may be a chance of a medal here.
Well, the men's 1500 metres, we're looking on the inside. There's Chris O'Hare. He might have excelled in the indoor circuit in the United States, but he grew up as a runner on the cross-country circuit here in Scotland. Places like Cumbernauld and Falkirk, he grew up as a young man. Days like today, he's very, very used to. And he is running today in the Blue Ribbon event of the Commonwealth Games, 1954, when Roger Bannister won it. Since then, the greats have won this event. Herb Elliott, Peter Snell, Kip Kino, then Phil Badbai in a world record, Dave Moorcroft, Steve Cram sitting next to him, he's won it twice in two great performances as we saw earlier, and Peter Elliott. So this is an event that you want on your CV if you can possibly get it. Today's going to be equally difficult, going to be equally tough, going to be so difficult to win medals.
A leader through the first 400 was Musagala of Uganda, with Magut on his shoulder, Kwemoy there. The Kenyans kind of controlling the field here. A decent pace, just slowed a little bit since the first couple of 100 metres. Kwemoy's strong, he's only 18, but he's already shown great assurance in the Diamond League circuit. Cronje moving up on the outside, 2 laps ago, realises, senses it's slowing. Chris O'Hare on the inside. Charlie Grice just checking in a little bit there, and just needs to be careful when the race starts. You'll be careful about where you are. Look where Nick Willis is though.
Nick Willis knows where to be. He's experienced, Commonwealth champion in the past, Olympic silver medalist. You right want to be him, but I'll tell you what, young Chris O'Hare knows where to be. He's right behind Willis. He's tracking him. That's not a bad place to be, not a bad decision to make. And if he can just stick there, he's not going to be too far away from it. The Kenyans, you sense, are getting ready to make a move. And there is the first move. Still not too excessive, but not too quick. But you've got to do something about this now. There goes Cronje on the outside.
And look what it creates behind, a bit of panic as Magut and Kwemoy leading this at the moment as they come round with 500 metres to go. Cronje there, just in a good spot. Nick Willis just looking for a little bit of room here now, starting to worry a little bit. And Chris O'Hare might want to think about where he is there. Charlie Grice in a much better position as they take the bell.
The bell sounds and there's too many people there for comfort. The 3 Kenyans in a line, you're going to have to come from a long way back. Chris O'Hare's seeking out some space. Charlie Grice is trying to get some space. But we watched Kwemoy in the semi-final. We've seen him in the Diamond League. And you watch his acceleration in the back straight. But Cronje is not giving up. And Charlie Grice is running a good race too. But it's anybody's at this point.
Kwemoy, the 18-year-old, hits the front. Magut looking for a little bit of pace, but he hasn't got it at the moment. Look at Chris O'Hare of Scotland round that top bend. Nick Willis is nowhere from New Zealand, but he'll come in the home straight. Cronje of South Africa chasing down Kwemoy. Magut in third, and Chris O'Hare is coming. He looks behind Quemoy, he sees Cronje, Magut kicking hard, and here comes Nick Willis. He's surely left it too late for a medal. Who's going to win the gold though? It's going to be Magut of Kenya. Nick Willis finishes quickly for the bronze, but it's a Kenya 1-2. Magut wins from Quemoy, the youngster. And if I was the New Zealand team management, and if I was in Nick Willis's camp, Charlie gave it his best, Chris gave it his best, but Nick Willis, Brendan, you look where Nick Willis is when we see this replay with 200 to go. Even with 150 to go, what was he doing? We know he can finish quick, and he finished quicker than anybody, but he couldn't catch Magut. There he is. He must be thinking, what on earth did I do there? Did I let a Commonwealth title, another one, slip through my fingers? He's experienced, Brendan, but I think he'll lie in his bed tonight. He'll be happy with the bronze medal, of course he will. But did he miss a chance there to beat the two Kenyans?
Well, it was an interesting race from every point of view. Nick Willis, previous champion. Interestingly, we thought he had a chance today, but he was never in contention. He never gave himself a chance. He couldn't win it from where he set off to be, and I thought he ran a sensible race until about 600 meters to go, and then he let it all go. Magut, the silver medalist from Delhi, hasn't done an awful lot since then, and Quemoy, who we thought was going to be the favorite, going to be the winner, wasn't able to handle it. And here they come. Let's look at this again. It's an interesting race from every point of view. There are three Kenyans in a line, and look at that. Now you've got some decisions to make. Look at Nick Willis here, starting to make bad decisions. Chris O'Hare of Scotland, not in a great place here now. Charlie Grice has run sensibly all the way, put himself and give himself a chance, but you've got to go past them. You've now got to come wide, and they're travelling, and when they're travelling at speed, you've got to just inject a little bit more pace. And I thought that Nick Willis came here as one of the favourites for this event. He's now in 8th place on the inside, not going anywhere, not doing anything. Cronje from South Africa has a go. Charlie Grice is hanging on, and still Chris O'Hare's coming. And at this point, Chris is giving them too much of a start. He's in 5th coming up the bend. He's getting roared on. He knows how to sprint, he knows how to finish, and suddenly into the finishing straight. When they sprint, you've travelled too far. But here comes Willis on the outside. Now look at this. Here comes Magut on the outside, Cronje in between the two. Quemoy thinks he's won it, but now he's giving up on it. And Nick Willis is 4th here. He's so lucky that Cronje was giving up and slowing down, and he's leaned him. He's leaned him for the medal. Cronje, I think, should be disappointed with that performance. But there goes Quemoy, and I thought he could win it from here. Cronje's run well. And Willis, look at the gap there. He's closer, much closer at the finish. And here comes the winner, Magut of Kenya. The silver medalist from Delhi turns it into a gold medal on a rainy day in Scotland. And Nick Willis was lucky to get a medal there.
It was silver 4 years ago for James Magut. It's gold this time. Quemoy, he will continue to